Well, I just want to echo what Dave has said. We hope you've enjoyed Judgment Day Part 1 and Part 2. Joe, we can hardly believe what we've just seen. It was absolutely crazy and a totally bittersweet moment for you, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know what to feel, actually. I was sick when I missed the black off the spot because I would have been, pleased that I'd sort of won a good decider. But then Mark was clearing up. He's making such a good break, and we all know what was at stake for him. He's been a pro since 1991. There would have been some break under pressure. He'd done all the hard work, just finished fraction wrong side of the blue, missable pink, missed it. And I come to the table and I felt physically sick for him. And it was a horrible feeling, because he's one of my best friends, has been for a long time in snooker. And I genuinely felt sick, and I potted the pink and I potted a great black. But, I should be absolutely delighted. I should be over the moon. I should celebrate when I pot that black. And I don't know, it's weird. I'm chuffed to bits to go to the Crucible, but the way it's happened, if I'd won 10-4, 10-5, I'd be sitting here totally different, delighted, happy. But the way it's happened, I just feel so sick for him.
Well, I mean, we couldn't believe it watching either. I think we're going to get a chance to see it back. I could tell by your body language at the end just how almost disappointed you were. Your shoulders slumped. At this point, we thought perhaps the pink was going to roll down into the other pocket, but yeah, your emotions must have been all over the place.
At the time, I think I'd have bbeen okay with him fluking the pink. Don't get me wrong, I really want to go to the Crucible. I'm going to love it. But I think I would have been okay if he'd fluked the pink. It's a real weird... It never bothered me the whole match that he's going to drop off the tour if I win. Never entered my head once until that clearance. And then it sort of like... It must have hit him like a ton of bricks as well, because it hit me. It doesn't matter to me, really. It matters to him, so it must have been awful.
But in a funny kind of way, we were saying in commentary, you have so much respect for each other and you've got so many shared experiences. It almost showed how much you care for him as a friend, that you did try your hardest, because that's what you would both expect of one another, and you would have expected nothing less from him had the boot been on the other foot.
Oh no, it was never going to be anything different. It was always going to be like a battle and a war. We both thoroughly professional, always give our 100% every time we play the game, whether we feel good or bad. It may have had an impact on the way the game went. It was a little bit scrappy. I never felt comfortable all day. Not because of that. Every time I started to get into a bit of a rhythm, I'd do something silly and it just knocked me back again, and it'd be like starting all over again, trying to build my confidence. And it was just a battle with myself all day. But I stuck in. I had a little bit of luck at times. He had a little bit of luck at times. And over a best of 19, it's going to happen. You just got to ride the waves, basically. You're going to get lots of good and bad happen out there, and you got to just deal with it and just try and be prepared when you come back to the table. And it probably wasn't pretty, but it is what it is. It was, the first session weren't bad. It was quite good. Mark looked like he'd slipped into gear towards the end. He made a lovely century, and he looked like he was hitting the ball much more positive than me. But it's just snooker, isn't it? It's just you can't really sum it up. There is no way of talking about it. Really, it just changes every single time you get your cue out.
And that's why we love watching it. And we were on the edge of our seats in the commentary box, and there are hundreds of thousands of people watching on YouTube and various platforms, just utterly transfixed by the way the match finished. It was an incredible black to finish into the yellow pocket. And I guess, look, we've all got incredible sympathy for Mark Davis. Been such a great pro for such a long time, so close to winning a ranking title, UK semis, been around for a great deal of time, and hopefully, we will see him at some stage back on the tour. Once the kind of shock and the bittersweet feelings of knocking him out subside, you've got a few days now, and you'll be tuning into the draw, no doubt, 25 to 9 tomorrow morning, 5 Live, find out who's gonna play who. You will, once the feelings about Mark go away, you're walking down the stairs again at the Crucible. And maybe, I know you had a great win at the Welsh over Judd, arguably the greatest win of your career, even better than winning the PTC in 15, I think. But, this is going to be a great occasion for you coming down those stairs. We know you're going to be there anyway. We're going to be in the commentary box together. But to go back there as a player for the first time in a little while, great work.
Yeah, I'm quite open and candid about my career. It's been very good. I'm far from a journeyman. I've had some great times in snooker. I didn't know if I'd ever go play at the Crucible again. you know, that was my dream when I turned pro. I wasn't deluded like a lot of players. I didn't dream of being world champion because I know that's like an extra special talent you need. To play at the Crucible was one of my dreams. I've done that a long, long time ago. So it's always been special, and I've always cherished it. You know, I've had some horror shows there in the past, and I've also had some good times. But it's the best place to play snooker. They're the best fans in the world. It's the best occasion, and I just can't wait to get back there.